A group of monkeys is called a troop. True. The fear of water is called acrophobia. False. Acrophobia is the fear of heights. In the periodic table, the letter J is not included. True. The amount of matter changes during a chemical reaction. False. The amount of matter remains the same. Wheat is the most widely cultivated and consumed crop in the world. False. Corn is the primary crop and wheat is second. The national game of India is cricket. False. It is kabaddi. The state of Delaware holds the record as the American state with the least number of counties. True. The Philippines has two official languages, English and the Filipino language. True. Hawaii receives the highest annual average rainfall in the world. True. Human facial hair grows faster than the hair on the rest of the body. True. If you look at a deck of cards, all the kings have a mustache. False. The King of Hearts has no mustache. A dog has 42 teeth, and an adult human has 52 teeth. True. Every continent in the world has a McDonald's fast food restaurant. There is not McDonald's on Antarctica. Nepal is the only country in the world that does not have a rectangular flag. True. The red flag of Nepal is composed of two single pendants. Russia has the longest coastline in the world. False. Canada has the coastline. Spanish is the official language of Brazil. False. Portuguese is the official language of Brazil. More people have been killed by mosquitoes than have been killed by any other species in written history. True. The country with the most islands is the Philippines, an archipelagic country. False. Indonesia has the most. When leaving a cave, bats always turn to the right. False. They always turn left. If you add the two numbers on opposite sides of the dice together, they all equal 7. True. Sydney is the capital of Australia. False. The capital of Australia is Canberra. The first full-color animated Walt Disney feature film was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. True. The intestine is the largest organ in the human body. False. The skin is the largest organ. Mickey's name was originally going to be Mortimer Mouse. True. Walt Disney holds the record for having the most Academy Awards. True. He won 26 Academy Awards, 4 were honorary. The most common letter in the English alphabet is A. False. The most common letter is E. The largest country in the world is Canada. False. It is the second largest. The largest is Russia. Animals that eat meat are called carnivores. True. The D and C in Washington, D.C. are abbreviations for District of Columbia. True. The largest mammals in the world are elephants. False. the Antarctic blue whale is the largest. Elephants have a memory that lasts forever. True. The nose of an elephant helps them find mates and identify family members. True. The largest railway station in the world is Grand Central Terminal in New York City. True. There are 1,000 years in a century. False. There are 100 years in a century. Is Disney's Finding Nemo? Nemo is a pufferfish. False. Nemo is a clownfish. The closest planet to the Sun is Mars. False. The closest planet is Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system. True. The largest planet in the solar system is Saturn. False. The largest planet is Jupiter. Sharks are classified as mammals. False. Sharks are fish. Some animals without hair can get a sunburn. True. Animals like elephants and pigs can get sunburn. A climbing plant is called a vine. True. The smallest city in the world is Vatican City. True. A hummingbird egg is the smallest egg in the world. True. The Atlantic Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. False. The Pacific Ocean is the largest. The Nile is the longest river in South America. False. The longest river in South America is the Amazon River. A molecule is the smallest unit of matter. False. It is an atom. The study of stars is called astrology. False. It is called astronomy. The world is divided into 7 continents. True. Although he invented the light bulb, Thomas Edison was afraid of the dark. True. The largest city in the world is New York City. False. The largest city is Tokyo. Because China is so large, it has 2 time zones. False. It only has 1. Because Russia is so big, it has 11 time zones. True. Although there have been 12 men who walked on the moon, no woman ever has. True. Female reindeer do not grow antlers. False. Yes, they do. An object at rest still has inertia. True. The Andes Mountains in South America is the longest continental mountain range in the world. True. Elephants take 22 months to gestate their babies. True. Henry VIII is famous for having 4 wives. False. He had 6. People in Japan drive on the left-hand side of the road. True. Omnivores only eat plants. False, they eat both plants and animals. Peanuts are nuts. False, they are legumes, in the pea family. A potato is actually the stem of the potato plant. True. The River Seine passes through London. False, the Thames passes through London. Russia and China share the longest border in the world. False, USA and Canada share the longest border. Australia is called the Land of Rising Sunday. False, that name is given to Japan. The femur or thigh bone is the largest bone in the human body. True. Most people lose between 50 to 100 strands of hair every day. True. The Richter scale is used to measure the intensity of earthquakes. True. The North Pole is much colder than the South Pole. False, the South Pole is colder because it is surrounded by ocean. The United Kingdom includes 4 countries: England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. True. The fastest bird in the world is the peregrine falcon. True. Penguins only exist at the North and South Poles. False, there are penguins on the southern coast of Africa. There are 7 players in basketball. False, there are 5 players on a team. Cats, including lions and tigers, cannot swim. False, they may not like water, but they can swim. Turkey is situated on 2 continents, Europe and Asia. True. A crocodile cries when it eats food. True. We need our ears to give balance to our bodies. True. Bats are blind, which is why we say someone is as blind as a bat. False, bats' eyes are small, but they can see fine. An ostrich has an eye larger than its brain. True. There are dolphins in the Amazon River in South America. True. Snails do not have teeth. False, they have 14,000 teeth. When you sneeze, the air you expel travels 10 miles per hour. False, it travels 100 miles per hour. A giraffe can lick its ears with its long tongue. True. Regular soda cans float in water, but diet soda cans sink. False, the opposite is true. Sharks cannot blink their eyes, nor can any other fish. False, sharks are the only fish that can blink. Elephants cannot jump. True. Crocodiles stick their tongues out when they catch food. False, crocodiles cannot stick their tongues out. When learning to use the keyboard, typing the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, uses every letter of the English alphabet. True. There was a war that only lasted 38 minutes, true. The shortest war in history was the Anglo-Zanzibar War. Sharks have the same number of bones in their body as humans do. False. Sharks have no bones in their body. More money is printed every year for the board game Monopoly than for the US Treasury, true. Pigs like to lie in the mud and look up at the sky. False. The way a pig's neck is formed means it cannot look up at the sky. The only animals that clap are seals. True. A person sneezes with their eyes open. False. You cannot sneeze with your eyes open. The heart is the strongest muscle in the human body. False. The tongue is the strongest muscle. A person cannot lick their elbow. True. Your nose and ears stop growing when you reach puberty and stay that size the rest of your life. False. They keep growing your entire life. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. True. Your nose gets a little warm when you tell a lie and might even turn red. True. Snails never sleep. False. Snails can sleep for up to 3 years.